Hey there everyone, Alexander Love here. In this video, what I'm going to explore with you is a practice that helps us get a taste for the post-tragic worldview. The invitation is that the post-tragic worldview has the possibility to be the next chapter in our beautiful human story, one that will help us interact with the complexity that we find in this era, but with an inexhaustible resource of being that will support us to ask new questions, interact in new ways that may bring about a new way of being together, which I think we desperately need. If you didn't watch the previous video that is introducing the post-tragic worldview, I would suggest you do that before the practice. You can see the little thing at the top that you can click on that will take you there, and then come back and we can do the practice together. So let's just dive in. So go ahead and just take a deep breath. Just do a body scan. Taking notice of what it's like to be you today. What I'd like to invite you to do is to bring your attention to your heart center. Right here. And just drop in and notice what qualities of experience do you have happening right now? What sensations are there? And now what I'm going to invite you to do is bring your awareness to the back of your heart center. So bring your attention to the back of your heart, from the back of your heart center, and then go right through as if there's a magic door. Go through that magic door, right into the center of your chest. When you go there, you'll find a flame. A gentle, luminous, warm flame. Notice the quality of being here. It's warm, it's enduring. And if there's anything in the way of touching this flame, you can just ask those parts of you to gently step aside. And maybe those parts of you could receive some of the warmth of this flame too. Now, go ahead and ask the question, how do I feel towards the catastrophes that are happening in the world right now? How do I feel towards the catastrophes that are happening in the world right now? If you hear a voice that says, oh, I hate this. Oh, this is exhausting. Oh, everything that's going in the world is bad. That's a part of the self that's standing in front of this flame. Go ahead and ask that part to gently step aside. We're not asking this part to go away. Inviting this part to gently step aside. They can maintain their position. Their perspective can continue as it is. They're just not standing in front of the light. They're standing next to it. Now ask the question again. How do I feel towards the catastrophes that are happening in the world? Listen for the automatic voice that arises. Notice how it changes from the first time that you ask the question. If there is another voice of doom, which is common with the tragic worldview, is to have a sort of voices of doom, go ahead and ask that part to also unblend, step aside. Unblending means if that part is sort of covering over this flame, it's unblending and just stepping to the side. Now you can go ahead and allow this quality of warmth, this loving presence, to embrace those parts. Noticing here how from this deeper well of presence, we're not pushing away the voices of doom. We're not pushing away the places in us that feel brokenhearted by this world. Rather, we're embracing them deeply, lovingly, inviting them to stay, but just not take over this deeper flame. Now, if you need to, you can ask that question until what you hear is a voice of deep possibility. How do I feel about all the catastrophes in the world? Well, how I feel is deeply alive, deeply curious. I feel passionate to move towards any challenges that come my way and bring this flame of warmth, this enduring flame of inexhaustible love. So keeping your attention at the center of your chest, allowing this quality of presence to deepen, allowing this quality of presence to brighten. Feel its enduring nature. This is a flame that cannot be blown out. It can be covered. It can be occluded. But it cannot be blown out. Sense into that. Now, go ahead and make contact with a place in you that feels that feels deeply affected by something that's happening in your life. It could be something that's happening in the larger world. Maybe there's a war. There's always a war going on. So whatever war is most intensely affecting you. It could be something that's happening more in your personal life. Go ahead and contact the part of you that's feeling deeply affected. Invite that part forward. Invite that part to talk to you or show you the pain that they're feeling. Witness from this enduring flame. We're in the presence of a part of the self that is hurting. And we're not explaining it away, but we're also not collapsing under the pain of it. We're dropping into a deeper dimension of being. Invite that part of you to share a little more. And when the time feels right, you can go ahead and embrace this part. Or be in relationship with this part in such a way that feels right to this part of you. Notice what happens in your system. Allow a deepening of a bond to occur between this loving presence in you, this unshakable loving presence, and this part of you that feels shaken. And so you can stay in this communion for as long as you like, even as the practice comes to a pause, which we'll do now. What we're seeing in this type of practice is a new way to remain connected to a depth of wholeness while also interfacing with experiences of tragedy. In this practice, we did it with a place inside of ourselves, but the degree to which we can do that with ourselves is the degree we'll be able to do that when it shows up in the world. One of the key differences between the post-tragic worldview and the tragic worldview is that the post-tragic worldview does not turn away from what's arising in life because it sees everything in life as a potential that's emerging from a mystery and that it deserves a close contact, bringing curiosity, bringing wonder, even when there's grit. So this is a practice that we can start looking at regularly and experiencing and working with regularly to begin developing a post-tragic worldview, not as a series of ideas, which is an okay starting point, but what do we do when we're under stress? What do we do when life is loud in its expression of separation, in its expression of fracture? What do we do then? So this is a practice that can support in exploring what do we do then. Well, I hope this was helpful for you. If you liked this video, you can go ahead and like, you can subscribe, please share with your friends. If you'd like to explore more stuff like this, you can look at links below and you can find all sorts of stuff. And so I'm so glad that you're here, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.